And you tune to the Black on Fire Radio, and you're listening to
Natoka kwanza kawe siarifu pegea inasundo sabundani ni kajini baba inatojo na kuna kuloti jonka mpaka mdomo kizana njuku joki shikia kamroka tegea wakimuoku huyo mbaya kama mbaba tunachoma liva na tukokuiva tunaiva boki ya mamziza afu kando ni madiva dance ya side 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 just more dance ya side dance ya side tangili ni msojo kwenye mamwele yes man kutu ya lele legit na mapapo lesi ndo maana tukumbuka na tunakuja lele takuwa kwanza mapikuji kuwa shika kilo wakati ikifanya mwili unakatwa mingi bad boy basi ngilia zote sare kushtuku ukiwa na niko kichele sisi yao tume master plan ndo maana tuko mbele ya ni benta plan siku chance ya ma-insider up day one na ma-designer utatucheki kwa ma-insider sipapiwe tukupo cheri minor dance ya side dance ya side just watch dance ya side dance ya side for pay touch right up dance ya side dance ya side just watch dance ya side dance ya side for pay touch right up
Good evening, family. Karibuni sana to another beautiful conversation. This is the media of the 21st century, the Black Fire Network radio station. To everyone who's here for the first time, Karibuni sana. But to all the amazing families and our amazing listeners, Karibuni sana. To everyone live with us, Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. John Mosquito, I see you on TikTok. Are you everywhere? Hope you're doing great and having an amazing day so far. And to everyone also live with us on Rumble and also on our show page and on the radio station Wagwan, and of course Karibuni sana once again. Shout out to Toxink. Hey, okay. Shout out to Toxink and to everyone live with us right here on this other platform. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday so far. Mine has been fantastic. Ready for the weekend. We're literally waiting to see what our generation has to bring unto us, literally us, what we have in store this weekend and next week, because Kenya is planning massive, amazing things. I've shared the screenshot on the WhatsApp chat for those who are with us on WhatsApp. So I've shared a couple of the details of what is going to be happening for the next 7 days with the Gen Zs, which is our conversation for today. But before we move on, we have Mr. Black on Fire in the house. Karibu sana.
Wagwan.
Nothing aguana. How you doing?
Whatever, Joby. Don't try to call out my Jamaican, goddammit.
You can't even proceed with the rest of the word. Come on, god damn. You should have a few from George Guy and Samuel.
Yeah, I need to smack him in the head. Tell me that I speak some Jamaican patois, whatever you call that shit.
John Mosquito is doing amazing with the Swahili. He has literally decided to teach himself Swahili. I had him flex on what on shit.
I know. See, every time we bring back no good spikes, he fuck it up every time. So we always left with no spike. That's the way for Wallace. I got to ask Wallace. Wallace wanted to do the Swahili class. So he still wants to do it. So yeah, so we might have a new Swahili teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll
Yeah.
say Wallace, Wagwan with the Swahili nigga.
But anyway, Karibuni Zala family. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm sharing the link to for everyone to be able to join us as we have this amazing conversation, which is all about revolution. I'm so happy for my people. I'm happy about my country. I'm happy about Africans who are literally recognizing what is happening in Kenya. I've seen on TikTok so many people
Yes,
are proud of the young people who turned out
of course.
yesterday on the
Some
streets.
exciting
People
shit,
are like,
Jovi.
Africa is watching. Africa is so proud of Kenyan youth. Africa is
Yeah.
so proud of the turnout, the courage, because there's a video going viral of this lady who stood in front of the police and she was like, "We are fighting
Yeah,
for
she
your
said,
rights out
I'm
there."
fighting for you. I'm fighting for you. I'm not scared. Yeah. And you see the little black guy next to you all scared, like looking all crazy beside it. He's like,
Yeah.
and the police, and you see the way the police turned his head. I
Ah,
got that video. I seen it. The police listened. He went, turned
I
his
was
head looking
like,
all crazy. I like,
I
and
feel
she
like
had the
people are
kid,
the
and she had the Kenyan flag in one hand. I'm fighting for your rights. I'm not scared either. You're not gonna scare. I'm not going nowhere. Told
mm-hmm.
you. It's
Yeah.
always the black women.
Yeah, then the nigga was like, "Hey, oh, hey, is this a woman talking to me?" You know, he was shocked by the way. He said like we couldn't
Yeah.
see it on his face. And he's like, "Hey, yo, serious? It's so
Yeah, that,
serious. Like, did you
yeah,
do this on
yeah,
my face?"
right. She had that Kenyan flag in one hand. I'm not going anywhere. We're here fighting for our rights and fight for your rights too.
Yeah. It was like you pushed me, dare push me. You just dare push me. You just dare. And shout out to also a young man who goes by the name Khalifa. He's been here on an interview right here with the chat. And he's also among the people trending as well. How they threw water cannon on him and he stood firm with the revolution, like, we don't care, keep on, keep on. And yesterday, Kenyans were chanting, we don't want tear gas, we want bombs. You know, you like it's enough. We don't want tear gas. We want bombs. If you're literally looking forward to kill us, drop a bomb. Stop throwing tear gas because you're so used to it. They're even telling the president. They told the president, and this is how they. If also a government is a government of joke. That was on Tuesday's demonstration. People were like, we need flavored tear gas. We don't need all this bullshit. And then this Thursday now, which is yesterday, they brought the colorful type of water
I've
cannons,
seen it.
and
The killer
and
water
everyone was
cannons.
like,
Yeah.
it's a girl, it's a girl, guys, it's a girl. Everyone was like, this is a baby shower celebration. What are they doing? What is you know what is all this? But anyway, it is super super amazing and massive to see what people are doing. But shout out to Jiba Jaba. You're asking who? Joby? Nah, no me. I'm not the teacher. I'm not. What? I'm not really good at teaching. I tried with one of the interns right here.
Joby
I'm
don't
not
have.
that.
Joby's got that time. I can't work 7 days a week. But have
Yeah,
time off.
I don't really believe I'm really that good at teaching. I tried with one of the interns here. It was really slow. We couldn't keep up. We couldn't keep up. I'm like, hey, I go find somewhere else. They're gonna help you once you learn to be quicker. But Jason Hill Karibu Sarah says Spikes got one paycheck, then flip the script again. Come on, you know, and
He got
he says
mad.
he doesn't.
He got mad too, boy. I said, Spike, you gotta fire you again. It's Joby. Joby lied on me. I'm tired of her lying and doing. I said, you talking about she lied on you, Spike? She got you right here on film. Are you insane?
Let me tell you, I knew that day if I didn't film anything or if I didn't call you, he's gonna say I'm lying. I knew
Yeah.
that day if I don't remember that shit, he's gonna say I'm capping. And I was like, last time I fell with a bike because of coming to bullshit. This time you're not just I got all injured because of you. This time what you gotta say? What you gotta say? Nothing. But anyway, not the topic is not spikes today. Not at all. Today we're talking about the revolution of Africa and what is going. And I want to start, of course, before we get into other matters, with a video right here. In this video I've seen way before, And you remember Ruto, of course, we discussed when Ruto went to Israel to pray on that wall.
Wow.
He went to pray on that wall. And African people are, there's a video, I think this guy is a Nigerian. I want to share his video. And he called him out. He's like, who? This is the Kenyan president. This is a whole African president acting up like this. And I love the fact he emphasized a whole African president. Because we're dealing not with kids, but we're dealing with adults who act like children. And this is why I go back to where Keith, you always say, like, that is where Africa is viewed. We have childlike mind, because this is so embarrassing, even from the way this man talks about it. I'm embarrassed to see that this is our president being reviewed like this. This is a president of my country.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Tinubu up at that wall too, Joby. Y'all gotta go kiss the wall, Joby. All of them.
So one thing that Africans are questioning right now, of course, and we should start questioning is, and I'm seeing it happening. I don't know, but after the video I did yesterday, I'm seeing so many videos of people doing the same thing of which are bumping to many, which may have been there, but just catching up with TikTok personally. I've seen so many videos of people talking about religion and politics, how they work hand in hand, and also how these leaders, especially for Kenya, shout out to that. There's a woman I saw, she was talking in Kikuyu, and I was trying to understand what she said. She was saying how this regime came into power, lying to people it's a religious regime, so that we can to trap with it. And people literally this why we fell into it, because we first thought that this is for a good cause, is really going to understand the hustlers. You know, this is all about the hustlers, is going to make the life very easy, the cost of living easy, but it's the opposite with the ones being hustled.
Right.
The ones being hustled to pay the IMF back for the loans we never literally benefited from. And I love to see the fire in my people. Oh my God, it is so amazing. Let me share this as we get to continue.
Okay.
This man is here. Look at that. Do you know that man? This is an African leader. You know where he is?
He's right.
Look at this. Look at this. Have you seen that? This is an African leader, a whole president in Africa. This is William Ruto.
A whole president.
From Kenya.
As we talk right now, on Tuesday, we had the U.S. Congress who are in Kenya observing the financial bill. And the question and videos are going viral. Shout out to also Dr. Mombi. I've seen her doing the same. She's questioning about the U.S. Congress. What are they doing here? And Kenyans are also posing the same. Apparently, after yesterday's demonstration, the U.S. Congress is back again in Kenya. Today, they are at the State House. That was around 4 p.m., around 3 p.m.
They make sure that bill got passed and you do what you're told to do. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. So, and also the biggest distraction coming back right now, they've also announced the same DCI, which is chasing people out and arresting the demonstrators and the activists. The same DCI has announced that the world coin is coming back to Kenya. The biggest distraction, the world coin is coming back to Kenya. So you can try understand what this means. They have seen that people are battling about the cost of living, and now they're bringing back their money schemes, fake money schemes, to collect our data and distract us, to shift our minds from what is going on right now, so we can get this money, which we were talking about earlier today on the Rhythm Scoop show. We understand that these people have nothing to lose by printing this fake money they keep on making. What do you have to lose as an African person is what you have to question. How is it that someone gets to give you money every single month for an iris? How are they benefiting for just collecting an iris? Just one time. Because I asked someone right here on one of the people right here in our buildings, and they told me, and Dimori also testified to this, I think, on one of his shows, we have people benefiting from the world coin still every month. But the question I asked one of these guys is, how are they benefiting back from? You have ever asked yourself that? And he said he doesn't care. He doesn't know, and he doesn't care. For him, he gets the money. What matters?
Exactly.
You know?
They don't care if it's data, moron. That's your goddamn biological data they're doing, you stupid. So they can, I can't say it on YouTube. They can, it's biological data, idiot. But hey, when you're stupid, you're stupid.
It is true, but this point, I feel like that is the next video personally I'm gonna do, which we need to educate people what this is all about. Because if we're not really serious, I was going through the comments. There are those who are right now saying hashtag reject the world coin. This is a big distraction. We need to focus on the reject financial bill. And there are others who are like, reject financial bill, accept the world coin. So it is a confusing moment, and Kenyans are very confused without understanding what this is all about.
Yeah.
But let me continue.
William Ruto from Kenya, look at him there. You see what he's doing? He's praying on the wall, and apparently this is in Israel. He's praying on the wall, and you can see these white guys there. Look at that. Look at that man. They are looking at him. They are laughing. they are saying this man is fooling himself. There is problem in his country. There is a lot of problem in his country that he will sit down and start solving those problems. He abandoned those problems and went to Kenya and went to Israel, to go and pray in Israel. Look at him. These are the people that will call leaders in Africa, and the youths are watching. Do you even read history? Do you know that the Israel that we are seeing today is not the original Israel? That Israel was destroyed and all his children scattered all over. If you come to Africa here, there are so many Israelites, not in white color. The Israel, they are going to say we are praying in Israel. It was, even according to the scripture, Israel was destroyed. There was nothing like Israel.
Nope, it was black.
It's not Israel.
Not white people.
But you see a leader from Africa who abandons all the problem that Africa is facing. Kenya, like any other country in Africa, is facing serious crisis. He abandoned those things and he went to Israel to go and pray on the wall. What are you doing at the wall? What are you doing here? Are you telling me that there is no wall in Kenya? These are the type of leaders that we have in Africa. Look at him. What is he praying? What is it? If you want to pray in the wall, why don't build a wall in your country and go and pray in the wall? How many people went with him? How many people? His delegates. Probably he went with his family, his wife, to go and waste time praying. Here, wasting time. Hakainde Echilem of Zambia also did the same thing. He went to pray. Do you even read history? You went to pray in Israel. Which Israel are you talking about? That is not Israel. That is not Israel. If that is the original Israel, that God was protected, Hamas was never going to attack and succeed in Israel. God was going to protect them. That Israel that we are seeing today is not the Israel. It's not the original Israel. Those days, who are you? Look at him. Not only him, many African leaders, they abandoned their duty. That's why, to me, once an African leader starts saying, "Let us pray, let us seek the face of God," I stop taking him serious. Because God can never come down and rule us here on earth. God has given us everything we want. God has
exactly given... from the point of where the video, I think what one was even sharing earlier on our show, Boniface Mwangi said it. Every time these leaders, even Ruto himself, there's a time he said that our economic crisis and taxes are way beyond, and we need to keep our country in prayers. And Boniface Mwangi was saying, like, this is nothing to do with the devil. We keep on asking, talking about.
Because that's the scam. Saying, that's the scam. They know that African people have been taught, Joby. And now they're used to saying, it got to do with the devil or Jesus and all that shit they talk about. Yeah, I heard. Go ahead. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. And on the next video, after this one, I'll be sharing of Dr. Oman, where he talks again about religion. I think today we'll be doing a couple of the videos on what is still going on. Is it Friday? As we get to continue.
The knowledge. God has given us the power. The president of Zambia went to pray in Israel. When he came back, what is happening in Zambia?
Mm-hmm.
Drought has come in Zambia. Hunger has come in Zambia. That is useless.
Exactly.
Africa is being ruled by people that don't have brain. Africa is being ruled by people that don't know history. The reason why people are going to Israel today, wasting their time and the resources, saying they are going to seek the face of God, is because white people documented and kept a history. There is a history that was kept about Israel. That's why today somebody will rise up and say, "I'm going to pray where they buried Jesus." You don't know where Jesus was buried. Because Israel was destroyed. All the children of Israel were scattered around the world. No one knows where Jesus was buried. But today people go and pay a lot of money. For you to know that.
Yeah, and so many people will even save a lot of money to go to Israel in the name of I'm going to pray, I'm going to fast. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I think probably either on next week on Saturday I might go to the village because I have to go see my brother. So when I go there, I'm gonna film you guys. There's this Jesus statue that is somewhere out there. And if I tell you people literally travel miles to go pray to that Jesus statue and fast, it is serious. People spend like a week or two there. I remember there was this friend of my dad. There's this friend of my dad who was, I don't know, a pastor. She was a pastor, and my dad was, of course, a bishop. So there's a time she came and prayed to us, and then she was like, you guys wish me luck. I'm going to do, I don't know, mountain. I don't know what it's called, and pray. It has a certain name. I can't remember specifically. So
it's called
what he's trying to explain.
It's called the land of morons.
I've seen, and I agree with it. I mean, I've seen so many African people waste and spend money. I've seen so many people waste and spend money on all religious scams. Let's call them scams because it is scams. And that's the same thing I think Dr. Omar is explaining right here. So many young people, literally so many African people, not even young, so many African generations. And this includes the generation of starting with our parents. Us, we cannot even get generational wealth because we have our parents stuck in this bullshit called religion. They spend all their money in this nonsense. I've told you guys a couple of times, personally, I've borrowed money for sanitary towels, which is one of the things being taxed right here, and diapers. But I've been told, no, you are disgusting. Get the F out of my face. Or when you go ask for,
that's crazy.
When you go ask for tithe for church and offering, you're gonna be given like $10. Here you go. They won't even question for change. It is all yours. Do you pick $10? It is all yours. You take it wherever you wanna go. Take it to church. It is about church. I'll give you any amount you want. And this is so wrong. It is so bad to see where, and this is why we have this generation, which is I love the fact that we're waking up just not into one information. We're getting tapped into all informations: religion, politics, education, miseducation, everything, history that was denied to us. Like it is all been unveiled. And that is the good part. When we stand up, we stand to facts. We have facts, and that's why you see even the Gen Zs coming to these politicians asking them, "Who told you we've not understood the financial bill? Do you think we're to read things just the headline and that's it? They signed the whole thing." We've gone and revised the financial bill. We know what we're dealing with. We know what we're literally standing up for, and what you're doing is wrong. This is not benefiting none of us. And this is number one, the church, which is which is a made-believe scam on African people that has kept us poor for the longest time, especially with the politicians.
Our political behavior is extremely retarded, and a lot of that comes from the Black church, who
Sister Monique,
actually benefits from Black
people's political retarded. That's right.
Black people
probably right. Really retarded.
The purpose of church is to make oppression divine. The purpose of church is to evangelize white supremacy. The purpose of church is to make you comfortable with nothing, because after you die, God is going to give you everything. The current paradigm of Black religion is totally advantageous to white supremacy. There is no church I know of with a bank that's trying to build. There's no church I know of that's putting Black people to work.
No.
Every church I know of is colorblind. They don't deal with Black issues. God loves everybody. We can't see colors, which means you can't solve the problems of Black people.
Exactly. That is something actually we've never figured out, because the churches always keep on telling us, oh my God, I've never thought about that, being honest. The churches keep on telling us they don't care about the color. But if you come look at all this, color is very effective because these people look at the color.
Exactly, Joe.
Oh God. I've never thought about it by the way that way. Oh my God. I've never even gone so far to this to understand how deep religion really affected the system, and this is how bad it is. And this is why
Yeah,
we have
mind
white
control,
people.
right?
White people can come easily to Africa again.
Exactly, Joby. Exactly.
Shout out to Wahiti, the barbecue, who dealt with the missionaries. you know. But this is why we have white people always coming to Africa with this fake missionary bullshit, and that we so much we easily fall into it because we were told it's not about the color. God loves
Yeah,
everyone. Come
everybody
as you
should.
are. Come, even if you're gay, I'm gonna accept you as you are.
But they,
Don't
they,
worry.
they, but they gave that to Africans. But the white people don't. They don't respect none of that. They don't believe in none of that. You had people, what was
Exactly.
that, Tennessee? When Putin brought out that black Jesus, them people in Tennessee, I'm sure, went and burnt their Bibles. Joe. They said, what? Fuck this stupid religion. That's they started, they took their Bibles and started burning them. Just like you had the Arabs that realized that Muhammad would have been a black man, they start burning their Quran. Because everything's about race for them. They give that bullshit to black people. Not about race. It is
Mhm.
about race.
It is about race. It is about race. But shout out to everyone joining us. Shout out to Ansankeron. Shout out to another dummy black man. Hope you're doing amazing. Shout out to FK Africa. Nice to see you on TikTok. Karibu sana. And yeah, Joa Mosquito Sister Monica has been on TikTok for a minute. Maybe the one who's not, copied the dot. But yeah, she's been on TikTok for a minute. But anyway, I see Jabba Jabba says every retina is unique like a fingerprint. What did you mean? Did I get that correctly? I didn't understand what you meant. What did you mean, Keith? Every retina is unique like a fingerprint.
I mean, who?
Retina.
There's a retina.
I don't know. I don't know what Jabba Jabba meant. Every
Every,
retina is unique like a fingerprint.
I don't know.
All right. Maybe Jabba Jabba you can emphasize on that
Yeah,
comment,
yeah,
but
yeah, tell me what the hell a retina is. You talking about a retainer? Like a, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm lost.
yeah, he also says 900 died in that Haji last week, walking in circles around a rock. I'm lost, Jabba Jabba.
Exactly.
What are you?
You're talking about the Muslims, Joe, but they walk around. See, you don't know the code. See, look,
Oh,
the
that.
Muslims walk. Yeah, they walk around that fucking black stone, throwing that. Some of they throwing rocks at the devil. They walk around all stupid and go, yeah, about doing a bunch of
Which
babble and shit.
which God allows you to stampede on each other just because you wanna hit the devil? Because I've had that it's called the Haji, where
The
900
Hajj,
God, 900 people is
the
a lot.
Hajj.
Yes, I've had a couple of. I think that was on his high. I was in high school. I had so many people had died because of stampeding.
It's every year.
It's
They do it every year, Joe. It's the Hajj. You do it every year. That's what Mansa Musa went to with his stupid ass. Showed everybody this gold. He went to the Hajj 700 years ago. Go to the Hajj and shit. You walk around a stone. Whatever goofy
crazy.
song you're singing.
It is crazy. But another Davi black man, Karibu Sana once again, he says, "Hey kid, when you're going live on weekend, when are you going live on weekend? What
This
once
weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. It's Saturday and Sunday. I'll be live. Saturday and Sunday.
Mhm. Yeah, and then second one, Karibu Sana once again, he says Uber riding, KFC eating, iPhone FaceTiming, and fiber optic having rebels. I know that's what they said. You read that? And Sankero, they said, yeah, they said that these so-called Gen Zs who are declaring for a change, they have iPhones, they are stopping over at KFC to eat. They oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know if that is what you're talking about, but I had today one of the MPs who was complaining those who voted
Yeah,
yes by
Demore said that. Yeah, Demore said that. That's
oh
stupid as
yeah,
hell because you're still raising taxes on the other people that can't get KFC. That don't make any sense. That don't make any
exactly.
sense.
And And the Gen Zs can afford it because, number one, whatever you're doing is affecting their pockets. And like I said yesterday, majority of these young people, if you try look at majority of the Gen Zs, majority are on TikTok or Instagram. And most of them, this is where they're making a living out of themselves. Either content creation, majority of them, either they are YouTubers, or majority of them are either promoters or models on Instagram doing some business, just promoting their business, but there's something going on. So when you're doing all this, as much as they've been able to establish themselves at a very young age, it's going to affect their pockets. So that's why they can Uber ride, they can KF eat, they have iPhones, they have not borrowed you no money, they didn't ask you for no part of it.
That's not all of them, Joe. We had 500,000 people out there, 10 million people.
Yeah, it's not all of them. It's not all of them, I agree.
That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not everyone can afford KFC.
They're trying to downplay that the youth organize themselves, and this is real. It's like the other guy's about, folks, I'm Mr. Secretary, I'm a photojournalist, and those pictures are not even in Kenya. Like, what? They are in Kenya, moron. The lies are crazy. Because they're scared to death. They're scared to death. I mean, your crazy lies, Joby.
I've worked with Meta. I don't know. I've done data analysis. This is a fake number.
Exactly. This is a fake. It's a fake, and it's also a fake protest. No, it's real as it comes.
He went on a burial and people booed him. The Gen Zs who were there, they were like, "Get out of here! You are the people say that our numbers are fake. Our numbers are fake, and that we are here chasing clouds." Oh my God! They booed him, and it is on.
Yeah, they showed him, Joby. It's like Baghdad, like I told you more on the show. They're Baghdad Bob. The lies are so outrageous, Joby, because this kid is a person in Iraq. I showed Damori. It's called Baghdad Bob, and I told that I had Damori look up that video. Those videos on YouTube of the propaganda. The lies are so bad. When America was invading Iraq, he kept lying. Oh, we killing the Americans right now. They're all committing suicide because we're too powerful. And Americans are right down the street. About, yeah, we're about to come in and take over the whole goddamn country. He's saying the Americans are out there dying. They fall against Saddam and they're committing suicide. And so he was nicknamed Baghdad Bob.
I also see Jibba says, just ask a pastor to pay your past due light bill and you'll be escorted. Exactly. That's the same thing I said even yesterday on the video I posted on TikTok. What will a pastor ever give you back? Because most of our African people always told, tithe every Sunday. Your problems are going to be over. Just give me 500 shillings. Tomorrow you're going to get a job. It's okay. The Lord said, you be patient. Add me another $5. I'm going to make it happen. I'll buy anointing oil, anoint you, and then you can go with the rest of it home. And my dad used to fall for this bullshit. Oh my God. My dad used to do everything he was told. And my stepmom. Oh my God. Do you know how many anointing oils we had in our home?
That's called being a whole moron. Not half a moron. That's a whole moron.
My dad invested in Bibles. Everyone had a Bible, and trust me, a Bible is expensive. A Bible right here in Kenya, I don't know right now, but when I was in high school, it used to go for like $10 and above. It's expensive. Wow. That is expensive for the majority of African people.
Yeah, I know. What kind was the King James? What version?
For him, so long as you have a Bible, he didn't care which version. But for me, I love the King James. I love.
Okay. King James is the most wickedest. That's the wickedest one you got. The King James, who was killing people. He's a wicked ass pedophile, raping little kids, fucking Lord Buckingham, Buckingham Palace.
I didn't know all that. I didn't know all that.
Of course you didn't know that, Lord. If you guys look at Lord Buckingham, remember the palace name where the Queen of Lord Buckingham Palace? That's where King James is fucking Lord Buckingham at, little boy. And then he having sex with kids and throwing them off cliffs. Give me that butt cheeks and kill her ass. He was taking a trial because he was such a vicious pedophile. And then the fact that people believe he was a Christian, that's not. He wrote the book called Demonology, how to talk to demons, before he wrote the Bible, Joby. Say what? What is up, Joby? Say King James writes the book Demonology. So the same guy teaching you about God is telling you how to talk to demons and fuck the devil. There's a whole
God.
chapter there how to fuck the devil. Yeah.
Written by King James I and published in 1597, the original
That's
edition
right.
of Demonology is widely regarded as one of the most interesting and controversial religious writings in history.
That's right.
Yet,
Religion.
because it
How to fuck the devil, Joby? How to fuck the devil? That was your favorite book from King James, the Bible. That's what happens. That's what happens when Africans don't know nothing, Joby.
I'm reformed, guys. I'm
And
reformed. I'm reformed. I'm very. It is so crazy. I was trying to say that my dad really invested a lot in Bibles, but never invested on a textbook on any of us. I don't know if
of course
right now
not.
if my siblings are getting textbooks, but I've never. I used to borrow textbooks, and mind you, I have homeworks. I have to go borrow textbooks from my friends. Your friends, of course, they're not gonna lend you textbooks every single day. The parents are gonna question where are the books I bought you or I buy you. You know, we used to be like checked. If you bought a book, you have to have it, because at school again it is very easy for people to steal textbooks, because not everyone again has a textbook, and the schools, as much as they're textbooks, they're not provided for you guys. You use them, then leave them at school, or even don't use them at all, and the school has provided bullshit. But anyway,
He giving
so
you a Bible but not teaching nothing about real life. That's what I'm talking. That's why the Africans be so that's why the Africans be so dominated reading this goofy book. But I ain't gave you no book to teach you nothing real. Shit's
nothing.
crazy.
Nothing. And they made it to us by coming giving us the new version, that is the New Testament now, the Luke, Matthew bullshit. This was free. I think I don't know how many times per term to look out on a power Bible, right? Or yearly. I think yearly or a term. I think yearly. Every year they used to come, these white missionaries used to come to our
Of
schools. They're
course,
giving us the Bible,
all the time
the
with the white
Tom.
missionary with that, all the time with the white missionary and that goddamn indoctrination shit.
The Tom's rubber shoes, the GMO food, which we didn't know it was genetically modified. Of course, us were just eating, because we need food. But it
Of
is
course.
crazy, but I'm so happy again that everyone is connecting the dots and all the lies. And Sankina says
Yeah,
he's talking about one's eye, Joby. Okay. And also see Ikan Fire Karibu Sana, nice to see you today. Says that's why Europe says Africans are stupid, because Africans don't see color, lol. And that is the
exactly.
problem. That is what I was trying to actually talk to Julius Malema earlier, when he was talking about the white supremacists, recognizing that the white supremacists are not recognizing white people and not having a problem with them. It's fine. Like I said, not really everyone in their own race is bad, but just because we have one tomato which is okay, it doesn't mean the
The
rotten
whole
ones
bunch.
cannot make one which is
That's
bad
right.
bad, good bad. So that is what I picked from. There's no you're trying to correct your people, the history of the wrong deed of your enemy, but you don't want to recognize the enemy. That was my analogy on that. You need to recognize the enemy as you hit the problem. But Jibajab also says that the retina is your eyeball, all the fingerprints and
Retina. You mean retina? Not retainer,
retina. Oh
retina.
yeah, yeah.
Retina.
Oh
Okay,
yeah. I think
retina.
he had misspelled earlier, so I read
Yeah,
it the
you
way
was
he had
there.
written it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Retina. Okay, I know what he was saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's saying that's why no, he says the retina is in your eyeball, also all prints, all fingerprints and ear prints are individuals. God damn. So Kenyans don't even understand what this is all about. It is sad, because this time if you had given the first iris, then you give your second one, I think that's it. That's it. We were saying even earlier with Shumani out, they can easily make a clown out of you right now. A clone, it's not a clown, but a clone
Oh,
out of you
yeah.
right now. You know, because you have no idea
Yep.
what you're doing. You're not questioning anything. We're just doing it, and it is sad to see that our very own government, which had questioned this, you know, they just said that the investigations have been dropped. I don't. They said the investigations have been. There's a word they used, but it's like nothing happened, you know. The world coin is safe. We need to return it back to Kenya and can continue operating. Everything
It
is
was it's not safe. They did that because they all got bribed. All these puppets and they all criminal organization, Joby. Kenya is
these
a
people.
criminal.
This is what we're getting now and connecting about Kenya and all these uh, public servants, literally everyone
Yeah,
involved in the regime. They understand the world order very well. They understand the world order
exactly.
very, very well. Because for you to sit down and see the type of destruction you're going to bring to the country and see it's only going to be economically destructive again, bringing money, which you're trying to battle, it is another brilliant type of psychopathic mindset. Because I just sat down and
Yeah.
I'm like, these people just sat down, and so the biggest distraction they can bring right now is it has to be financially
Of
included.
course.
And because right now people are
Exactly.
crying about the cost of living, we're gonna
Exactly,
introduce
Joby.
something that they fought back or questioned back, and that is the
Exactly.
World Cup, which is an
Yeah.
agenda also for another
Yeah.
agenda.
Remember, Joby, there are no coincidences. That's why I
Yep.
said there are no coincidences.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But Jason Karibu Sana, once again, I think I read your comment earlier, but he says even Bobby Hammett said Mansa Musa was a damn fool, exposing tons of top of
Did he? Did he say that?
tons of
I have to agree too. I know Bobby said that. All right. Because I said, why the fuck are you out here showing everybody your gold and come to Africa? Everybody's like, you know, these crackers all poor. Where's all this gold and wealth coming from? Shit. Where the fuck is all this money and shit coming from? He run around just giving out gold, throwing people, hitting people in the head with gold bars. Take this, you bastard. Take these coins. Just throwing money everywhere. You're like, what? And him not realizing you dealing with savages, and they see all this damn money. Where all that shit at? There's this place called Africa. But back then they still called it Kibalan. It's a place called it Kibalan. But goddamn it, we gotta get there and get that shit. Shit, goddamn it. They gotta go get that shit. So that's the whole story. Remember, if you go back and read all the reasons why Europe was in Africa, they told you they were looking for what? Timbuktu. Timbuktu was one of Mansa Musa's major cities. That's why it was called From Here. You guys remember the old adage said, from here to Timbuktu? That's what the European would say, from here to Timbuktu, because going to Africa, everybody wanted to find Timbuktu. That was one of Mansa Musa's major cities. Education and, remember, Mansa Musa, even though he gave a lot of gold, he thought education was more important than actual gold. Remember, books in that part of his empire, the books were more value than the money, because Africans were always about knowledge. Remember, the books were more valued in Timbuktu than the gold, because they believed in education. Go ahead, Joby.
I feel like that explains a little bit of the connections we have in common with the African parents or African people. You've seen African people really do value education a lot.
Yes, they do.
We might not understand where this explains it very well. It was Africans were all about knowledge, all about
knowledge.
the science of ours.
Yeah, how do things work? How does the universe work? Who's God? How does God work within my life? What's the real thing? Exactly. Africans are about knowledge. There'll be knowledge.
So sadly, apparently, sadly, the way today we view education, it is in the westernization type of way.
Exactly. Those are all lies, of course.
Our parents are all about, you need to go to school, but since they're also miseducated, they don't understand the type of what you're pushing.
Education you get.
Not really right.
Exactly. Do this for me, Joey. Type this in Google. Say in Timbuktu, books were valued more than gold. Saying Timbuktu, if you can spell, how you guys spell Timbuktu? Timbuk.
B-O. Oh.
Timbuk. So it'd be Timbuk. Timbuk. T is it Too or Tou? Timbuktu. Let me see. Shit, let me ask Google that damn. I spell Timbuktu. How do you spell Timbuktu? Okay, so it's Timbuktu. Timbuktu. Say in Timbuktu. In Timbuktu, they valued books more than gold.
Timbuktu.
Yeah.
Okay. The golden age of Timbuktu. Let me see. Just a minute.
They value books more than gold. They tell you you're savage is a lie. You value education more you did any goddamn even money. You value knowledge.
So let me read this. The one I can see is the Lost Libraries of Timbuktu. Let me try read it. See if we can get to connect a few dots from there. Okay, so it says, until recently, many commentators in Africa's societies had no traditions of writing. With the rediscovery of ancient manuscript collection, some dating back to the 8th century AD, this perception is changing. Approximately 250,000 old manuscripts still survive in modern Ethiopia. Thousands of documents from the medieval Sudanese Empire of Makuria, written in 8 different languages, were unearthed at the southern Egyptian site of Skar Ibrahim. Thousands of old manuscripts have survived in the Western African cities of Chinguti, Walata, Odwan, Kano, and Agadze. The names are really hard to pronounce.
Yeah, Kano. We know that's Nigeria today. Kano's a northwestern city in Nigeria. Yeah. Kano.
All right. So they're saying that the Timbuktu, around 60 libraries in Timbuktu are still owned by local families and institutions. Collections that have survived political turbulence throughout the region, as well as the ravages of nature. A good example is the Ahmed Baba Institute, established in 1970, which was named after the famous 16th and 17th century scholarship of the greatest in Africa. Ahmed Baba wrote 70 works in Arabic and many on jurisprudence, but some of the grammar and syntax deported to the Morocco after the Moroccan invasion
of Shanghai, which is Mali, which is the Mali Empire, which was Mansa Musa Empire later on. You had the black at that time black Moroccans. After they got thrown out of Europe, as the Moors got thrown out of Europe, they attacked other African empires. They attacked Shanghai, which was the Mali Empire, and smashed it up. I think Mali actually won. Shanghai won, but the damage was done. And when the damage was done, the white people came in at a weakened state. They started taking away slaves and colonizing the area.
Mm-hmm. So he said to have a complaint to the Sultan that the letters troops had stolen 1,600 books from him, that his that this was the smallest library compared to those of any of his friends. Today, Ahmed Baba Institute has nearly 30,000 manuscripts, which has been studied, catalogued, and preserved. However, during the period of the French colonial domination of Timbuktu, in 1894 to 1959, many manuscripts were seized and burned by the colonialists. God damn these
Of
people.
course. Yeah, they burned all the information. Remember, most of them were burned. They took them back. That's what made them a power. Remember, that's all the real knowledge. Because that's what got them out the Dark Ages. All that information. That was the Moorish teachings that went into Europe. They went and burned them so the Africans would have their own knowledge. No more. Exactly. Goddamn these people, Joe. Wicked,
Mm-hmm.
evil. Just like they did
Mm-hmm.
in Africa. I mean, just like they did in Egypt with the Alexandria Library that they destroyed and burned down. And all that knowledge.
It's crazy, and as a result, many families they are still refuse to. Okay, let me read that again. And as a result, many families they are still refuse access to researchers for fear of
To the
new era
library.
of
Yeah,
ill,
to steal their shit.
Mhm. And other manuscripts were lost due to adverse climate conditions. For example, following drought, many people buried their manuscripts and fled. The manuscripts themselves range from from tiny fragments to rent to read riches or treaties. Sorry, hey, god damn. Okay, the
Yeah.
manuscript themselves range from the tiny fragment of treaties of hundreds of pages. Four basic types have survived. We have the key texts of Islam, including Qurans, collections of the Hadiths, and this is actions or saying of the Prophet, which is Sufi text and devotion text. The second one
Yeah.
is work of the Malik school of Islam law. We also have the third one, text representatives of the Islamic science, including grammar, mathematics, and astronomy. Interesting. The fourth one is original work from the region, including
But
contracts.
now remember, those texts are older than when they created. Because remember, Mansa Musa converted to Islam, but those libraries were already there teaching ancient African science. And when you're talking about Sufism, like they just said, Sufi is African spirituality, has nothing to do with Islam. It's the real spirituality that they still had in book forms. That's Sufism, as I showed airtime today. So all that knowledge is still there. White man wanted that shit,
Mhm,
or to burn it down.
mhm.
They
The
give
fourth
you
one
his
is
line.
sorry. The fourth one
Quickly.
is original works from the region, including contracts, commentaries, historic chronicles, poetry, and marginal notes and jottings, which have proved to be surprisingly fertile source of historic data. The manuscripts themselves are special importance to their owners for the number of reasons. For example, many people who are descendant from the Savile classes, whatever you want to pronounce it, but claimed noble descendants have been caught out of the evidence from the manuscripts. Other manuscripts that have revealed the unjust dealings of one family with another that may have happened a long time ago but have bearings on today, such as distrust and property ownership. Mm. It begs the question as to why the worth of these manuscripts being recognized before now. During the colonial period, many of the owners hid their manuscripts or buried them. In addition, the French was imposed as the main language of the region, which meant that many owners lost the ability to read and interpret their manuscripts in the languages in which they had originally been written. Finally, it is only wins 1985 that the intellectual life of this region has been revived. Uh-huh. They also go ahead and talk about the origins and evolution of Timbuktu, and they're saying, according to the 17th century historian Abdurrahman Asadi, the historic of the West African desert region could be divided into the rise and fall of three great empires. The ancient Ghana,
Ghana, then Mali, then Shanghai. Go ahead, Joe.
yeah, yep, yeah. So this is it that they start with the ancient Ghana, which is the oldest of the three empires, and ancient Ghana at its height ruled territory.
Not Ghana today. Not Ghana today. The Ghana today has nothing to do with ancient Ghana. Ancient Ghana, it was Senegal and what you call Senegal today, part of Gambia, Mali, and maybe Burkina Faso, shit like that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the oldest of the three empires, Ghana, ancient Ghana, at its height ruled territory comprising what we would now call Ghana, Senegal, Gambia, Mauritania, and Guinea.
Yeah, Mauritania. Yeah, I got it right. So it's gonna be Mali, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, and Senegal. Yeah, that was ancient Ghana. Had nothing to do with the Ghana today.
Shout out to Nana Akufo-Addo. Shout out to John. But yeah, they say that Guinea, Mali, which is located between the two great rivers, the Senegal and the Niger. Timbuktu was founded during a dominance of the Ghana Empire in around AD 1100 by Sanhanja, a desert nomad.
Now, understand what Joe saying. Timbuktu was founded before they had any Islam there. Already a great city before Islam. Mansa Musa later on with the Mali Empire, when Mali conquers Ghana, and then they turned into Islam. But it was already a great empire with just African spirituality first. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so they also add in that the Timbuktu was founded during the dominance of the Ghana Empire in around AD 1100 by Sanhanja, desert nomads who had a tradition of camping near the Niger in the dry season and taking their animals inland to graze during the river. There are several explanations for the origin of the name of the famous city, and one account suggests that while the nomads were away, their belongings were entrusted to their slaves, one whom was called Buktu, and that the campsite thus became known as Timbuktu. Okay.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Meaning well of Buktu. What began as a semi-permanent nomadic settlement evolved into town and ultimately into a city that between 1100 and 1300 was thriving economic center.
It was the center of the world, not of Africa. Timbuktu was the center of the world. The most advanced city, the most educated city. It was the city of the world. They don't want to teach you that. Timbuktu was the center of the world. Center of civilization. That's a fact.
So this is located at the hub of the commercial exchange between Saharan Africa, tropical African, and Mediterranean Africa. Timbuktu was a magnet that attracted both men of learning and men of commerce. It benefited from the gold trade coming from the southern reaches of West Africa. In the 14th century, approximately 2/3 of the world's gold came from West Africa, as well as the salt trade arriving.
2/3. The majority of gold came from Africa. 2/3. God damn. Everybody was so rich. Everybody went around just throwing money. Take this money, nigga. Hey, where that money coming from? Go ahead.
The products that reached Timbuktu include textile, tea, and later tobacco. Judging from the number of poems about tea found among the manuscripts of Timbuktu, this was
Joby, they don't sound like savages to me. Somehow they don't sound like savages, Joby. Or they needed white people to help them.
Wow. We just needed white people with all these 2/3 of gold. 2/3 of the world's gold. Not even
World
Africa.
gold.
2/3 of the world's gold.
World gold, yeah. Africa's wealthy, always has been.
The products reached Timbuktu, including textile, tea, and later tobacco. Judging from the number of poems about tea found among the manuscripts of Timbuktu, this was clearly a special commodity. Timbuktu scholar Ahmed Baba gave his approval to tobacco in fullness of tobacco usage, in which he claimed that it was neither narcotic nor an intoxicant. However, the most profitable trade items in Timbuktu were books. Buying them were considered a socially acceptable way
So pause there, Joby. Like you said, even though you got bad education to Africans, Joby, education is very important. That's your nature. Now you got bad thinkers and white man that took over the education system, but your nature has always been education, Joby.
So they're saying that where did I reach? However, the most profitable trade in Timbuktu were books. Buying them was considered a socially acceptable way of displaying wealth and a great source of prestige. For instance, an old Timbuktu chronic Tariq or Al-Fatash reveals that the king bought a great dictionary for the equivalent price of 2 horses. Damn. Okay. As the Empire of Ghana, this is the Mali Empire. That
was Ghana started losing power, then Mali took over Ghana. Go ahead,
so we get into the Mali Empire, where they're saying that as the Empire of Ghana declined, the Mali Empire
took over.
Founded by the Mandinka-speaking people ruling from the capital Niani, in what is now Guinea. King Sundiata Keita. Oh my God, you guys pardon me if I'm not pronouncing the names correctly. King Sundiata Keita of Mali conquered ancient Ghana in AD 1240, and 2 generations later, Mansa Musa I turned the Mali kingdom into an empire. Islam became the dominant religion of the Malian cities, and Arabic became the language of scholarship. Described as the Latin of African, Arabic was useful for communicating between people such as Bambara, Fulani, Hausa, Musi, Songhai, and Tugray, who all spoke different languages. Just as Latin in medieval Europe was associated with Christianity, Arabic in medieval Africa was associated with Islam, which you just said, Keith. And just as the Europeans adopted the Latin script, they write their own languages. Africans used the Arabic script to write theirs. In 1999, after I was born, a year after, or a few months after, the BBC broadcasted the documentary series Millennium, and on 1,000 years of history, the program of the 14th century opened the following disclosure. In the 14th century, the century of the Sikh, if I'm pronouncing that correct, Scythe, Scythe. I don't know, Scythe. Natural disaster threatened civilization with extinction. The Black Death kills more people in Europe, Asia.
Exactly. So pause that. To the extent because white people at that time were almost going extinct, because they didn't wash their ass. So they got diseases called the Black Death because their ball sacks were funky, their buttholes were full of doo doo. They would never clean it. So the Black Death is almost wiping out. So you understand their history. They're not civilized. They're savages. They don't wash their ass. This is the 13th century. Before they get out and start going to Africa to survive themselves. Okay? So the European at that time is backward, illiterate, filthy, and facing extinction. It's only through Africans teach them that this motherfucker survives. Go ahead, Joe.
So they're saying that the Black Death kills more people in Europe, Asia, and North Africa than any catastrophe as before. Civilization which void the plague thrive. In West Africa, the empire of Mali becomes the richest in the world. There are a variety of ways in which the empire spent its wealth. The Sankara University Mosque was built in about the AD 1300, which with the funding from a woman of the Agla.
So,
If I'm
so let you know that Africa was the center of the world civilized more than China, more than Europe. Europe was almost going extinct because they were filthy, dirty, backwards, uncivilized. There was no civilization in Europe at all, Joe. At all. So the center of civilization was in Africa. They didn't talk to you that in your history books in Kenya.
Nope, nowhere in Africa. Nowhere in
Nowhere.
Africa.
Exactly.
They're saying that Agla, a religious Tigray ethnic group, and the Sankore quarter in northeast Timbuktu became the dwelling place of the scholarship and teachers. It was also where the first library, sorry. It was also where the first libraries were created. Scholars and kings acquired books during their travels.
Remember, first libraries were created in Africa, Joby. Not Europe, Africa. Because the Europeans couldn't read or write. They were morons. They were illiterate.
And now,
But they brought you reading and writing. Okay.
They brought us civilization, literally.
Yeah.
You know. I say that where they're emphasizing about the scholars and kings acquired books during their travel. I feel like this is where we see most of the African people also when they travel, and which is what white people also have copied. Let's call it a copy and paste. They always travel reading. Come on, this is all African. Damn. They were also bought from merchants coming from the north. Mansa Musa I purchased works of Maliki law. He also ordered the construction of the Great Mosque of Timbuktu in 1326. There were a number of challenges of the Malian hegemony, if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, and one came in hegemony. Okay, one came in 1343 when the Morsi
what that means the power. See, like America has hegemony. It means that Mali was so powerful it can force its will throughout the world. It's hegemony. That's what we hear people say. America's hegemony. America forces its will, its power, its dominance all over the world. So that's what they say about Mali. It was so powerful, or it could push its hegemony around the planet.
So they're saying the one came in 1343 and the Morsi attacked Timbuktu. A source says the Morsi Sultan entered Timbuktu and sacked and burnt it, killing many persons and looting it before returning to their land. Timbuktu, however, recovered and the Malians continued to rule it for the next 100 years. However, the Tuaregs began to raid and cause havoc on all sides. The Malians bewildered by their many depredations, refused to make a stand against them. Mali lost control of Timbuktu in 1433. Damn, years of fighting. That is so many years. From 1343 to 1433. I lost you. Come again.
So today in African countries, like that Mali was big as an empire. To retain it was hard. So imagine Mali included Chad, today Niger, the country of Mali, Senegal, Mauritania, Guinea. It was bigger than Europe, Joby. The Mali Empire was bigger than Europe.
But they also the next one we go to the Songhai Empire, where they talk about the Once a tributary to the Mali Empire, the Songhai became independent and independent as Mali declined. Soni Ali Ber was the first great king, conquering most of what became the Songhai Empire and seizing Timbuktu in
Uh,
1468. The chronicle says he perpetuated terrible wickedness in the city, putting it putting it to flame, sacking it, and
damn.
killing large number of
Wow.
people. The gold traders there, fearing the
Wow.
Sunni Ali would take control of their goods and transaction, started businesses in the city state of Kano in what is now the northern Nigeria. The scholars of
Nigeria. So okay. So they moved. Okay. So they moved down to Canada. I didn't. Joey teach me history. I didn't even know that. Like I told you, Canada. I know where Canada's at. That's Nigeria. So they moved all the way down. See, I told you, this is the same people from all these. They French cut up all these big borders and shit. So they moved from Timbuktu down to Kano, Nigeria.
Mhm. You know, when you were reading all this, you see how Nigerians are tribal and not understanding history. It is so sad, man, how we've been so misled. This is such a great thing to even to me when I'm reading it. I'm also learning, trust me. I didn't know also majority of all these things. I remember you just teaching me about the Mali Empire, about the Ghana Empire, but I didn't know majority of also some of the things I'm reading here. And this is where we need to go back and tap into this as African people and understand the division the white man brought, and who he really is, how
Exactly.
they used to live, how they was thinking, and death, the Black Death. It's called the Black Death, was wiping them out. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
I found that
They were
years
going. They
ago.
were going. They were going. They were going extinct. Without Africans helping them, they would have went. They would have got wiped out. That's what they're going to do again because they're savages. That's why they still
Yeah,
talking
so
about they
right.
still don't wash their ass and bragging about not washing their ass, Joby. We don't use no washcloth. That's for poor niggas. Like what?
Yeah. Go back to the Black Death. Right now, if any cracker try, go back and experience the Black Death, you
There you
uncivilized
go.
person.
There you go. That's what you say, Joby. You think what? How this black fraud know this? That's right. Go back to the
I know.
Black Death.
Go and experience some Black Death over there. I'm not coming to save you, you goddamn. Think claiming you're coming to save me and I saved you. You're crazy. No, it's crazy. But they're saying that the gold traders there were fearing that Sony Ali would take control of all the goods and transaction, started businesses in the city state of Kano in what is now the northern Nigeria. The scholars of Timbuktu were also treated harshly, and many fled.
Wow.
Subsequent rulers of the As, Ask, Askila dynasty adopted a gentler approach towards the scholars, offering them a cash and privileges, especially during Ramadan. This includes grants of land, and exemption of taxation. And Major Felix Du Bois, in the 19th century, French author of the excellent Timbuktu. This is not Timbuktu. This is Timbuktu.
Well, that's the
Timbucto.
French version when they were taking the France was
Oh,
coming and conquering it. They make it in their own language.
mm. Yeah. So the 19th century French author of the excellent Timbuktu, the Mysterious, says to ensure them the tranquility to necessary. Let me read that again. To ensure them the tranquility so necessary to a man of thought and letters, their affairs were managed and their properties cultivated by their slaves. Timbuktu benefited under the reign of the Asclepius king, according to the Tariq al-Fattash, a 17th century history of the region. One cannot account either the virtues of the qualities of Muhammad, such are his excellent politics and his kindness towards his subject and his solicitude towards the poor. One cannot find his equal either among those who preceded him, nor those who followed. He had a great affection for the scholars, saints, and men of learning. Timbuktu, let me go back. I scrolled too much. Timbuktu eventually rose to intellectual dominance in the region in the early days. Walata were the holiest and most learned men resided, and Jenny had seen centuries of Islamic scholarship. Jenny had a university that boosted thousands of teachers, and there are reports of surgical operations successfully performed by the medical doctors, such as eye cataract surgery.
Cataract.
But by the
Cat-
1500, mhm, by the 1500, Timbuktu had surpassed both of these centers. Scholars and students visited it for the entire region, including Saharan and Mediterranean Africa, and there was scholarly
You didn't have to read the
connection.
whole thing, Joby, unless you want. You have to read all that.
I'm okay reading. I'm okay. I don't
Okay.
mind. I'm learning
Okay.
too.
So what you see is that medical, when the white man didn't have any kind of medical knowledge, they were doing goddamn eye surgery in Timbuktu 400 or 500 years ago.
Mhm. Yeah, so I'll read a few of it and then we'll play the videos we were sharing earlier
Okay.
as we get to continue. Where did I reach? So Timbuktu had surpassed both of these centers. Scholars and students visited it from the entire region, including Saharan, Mediterranean, Africa, and there were scholarly connections between Timbuktu and Fez in Morocco. In addition, during the pilgrimage, connections were made with fellow scholars in Egypt and Mecca. According to the Tariq al-Fatash, Timbuktu was described as having no equal among the cities of the blacks, as was known for its solitude, institutions, political liberties, purity of morals, security of its people and their goods, compassion towards the poor and strangers, as well as courtesy and generosity towards students and scholars. According to Leo Africanus, in a history and description of Africa that was written in 1526, the people of Timbuktu have a light-hearted nature. It is their habit to wander into town at night between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m., playing instruments and dancing. You will find many judges, professors, and devoted men, all handsomely maintained by the king, who holds scholars in much honor, and there too they sell many handwritten North African books. More profit to be made therefrom the sales of book than from.
Now remember at this time is when the Europeans finally got out of Europe and they started enslaving Africans. It's the beginning of enslavement in that area. So this is the beginning of the fight for African sovereignty, the fight for Africa. This is the 500 years ago. 500 years with these people, 1500s. Is when they're going to start breaking the kingdom down, and Africa's going to be in this perpetual fight with these savages. So
That is such an amazing article over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your history?
Yeah, that is so amazing. African people, we need to learn this, but apparently we are, because, like you say, nothing is a coincidence. Me tapping into that, I didn't know I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a good article like that.
Yeah,
Swear, I was
now you can tell them when they talk their shit. Say, you go deal with the Black Plague, bastard. Like, what?
Go face the Black Death, baby. Go back to the cave, you caveman. Go back to the cave. Go back and grow your nails and start scratching the wall, baby. What are you talking about?
You know too much.
It's crazy. Shout out to parents, Caribbean.
Joby's dangerous. She knows too much. See, this is what I was talking about, guys. When you go back and teach the African their own history, you guys don't have to be fighting amongst each other, because they got to know it. Now Joby knows it. Now she can wield it. She can wield it with power. She's not worshiping anybody white because she knows who she is now. She doesn't feel inferior because she knows her history.
I was just saying before I get to share the next video, there's a white man who's talking about the young generation taking over, not wanting nonsense. And
Yeah.
I love the way he says it at the end. He says we should leave them the fuck alone, you know. These ones are not, you know, and pardon my French. But I was saying this lady from Kenya, I don't know how many of you do know her right here, but she goes by the name Elsa Majimbo. She said she no longer recognizes herself as Kenyan. I don't know if she's half Kenyan or half Kenyan, half South African. I'm not sure. I think she's half Kenyan, half South African. I ain't sure,
She
but
probably
we know
okay.
she's Kenyan.
She probably is half Kenyan, half South Africa. That's not unusual.
Yeah. So she said she doesn't recognize herself as Kenyan because Kenya has never given her support. Kenyans have always been trolling her, but
Well, so what? Well,
she made
okay,
it
we'll go back to South Africa and let them support you. So what?
exactly. That is what people are telling her. So yesterday
That's
she made a comment.
right.
That is what everyone is telling her, you know. Have a South African flag on your bio on every social media. So why don't you go to South Africa so that they can defend you? Let South Africa love your black ass if you don't think Kenyans like you, you know. So go back to that. So she made a comment yesterday about the financial bill, and she said for her she's not she doesn't. She said the last time I made a comment about anything happening in Kenya, everyone came trolling at me. And people actually trolled her even
Good.
after
Yeah,
that
good.
comment.
Good. Know what you're talking about. Let's keep your mouth shut. That's right. Shut up.
That's still
Try to play the
yesterday after
you
all that.
try to play the victim and shit before you start.
Exactly. So okay. So I went through the comments that she received
Yeah.
that was on Twitter today. And she was like, okay, Kenyans don't really like my black ass. And everyone was like, like you should go back and worship those because she's actually right now, she's a star. I'd say she's a star. Literally, because
Okay.
she's hanging with Camp. What's this? The name of this lady? Camp who? Camp somewhere. She's
Well,
Camp
what they
some Camp Beck.
what they say? She should go back and do what? She go back and do what?
Let me read what was happening right here. People really trolled her, and I love to see it because, like you said, she's playing victim and she's
Yeah.
seeking validation from Kenyans, and it is such a
Exactly.
lot, such a wrong time. And I love the fact that
Yeah, trying to make shit
everyone,
about you, trying to make it about you, but it's about us going against the government. Trying to, yeah, that's how disingenuous, lady. We're trying to actually do something. You're trying to make shit about you. Fuck you. Get on down. Get on out of here. Take your ass
pulled
back to
the
South Africa.
post. She pulled the post down. Everyone
Of
trolled her. Oh
course,
my god.
of course.
Pull the post down. Everyone trolled her. Oh, this is nice. Everyone trolled her. Hey, she had to pull the post down. Oh, he's not there. I was going to read everything everyone had told her. But one of the comments that stuck to my head, what Kenyans were telling her is that this is what the white supremacy sees, and this is why they pick people like you to put on Hollywood so you can get raped there.
Exactly.
Because you're seeking the
God
white man's
damn, they
validation,
know now.
and you
They know
don't
too much
understand the
now.
fact that no matter how much money you have, the white man will always see you as a nigger.
That's right.
Yeah, so and another one told that the last comment I saw which stuck in my head, they were like, you go back to worshiping white Jesus after you've been raped on Nollywood. You came complain to you go back and worship the white Jesus. Stop telling us we're here to literally reject the financial bill. You're here to make it
I
about
love it.
yourself.
Exactly.
It is.
You just told me that's what I said. She's trying to make this about you. That's how vapid and empty you are. Get your ass out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It
well,
is
you
anyways.
can't tell me the Kenyans ain't smart and ain't waking up. I love it. That's hilarious.
They are waking up. But let me share this video of this white guy over here. Shout out to
Good,
Eric
Joey.
Omondi has been released. Eric Omondi has been released. That is one of the
Good.
activists we have right in the 254. They detained him. We didn't know. Everyone was so worried in the 254, not knowing where he was. The DCI today had tried to kidnap a couple of activists, including Boniface Mwangi. But Eric Omondi, right now, he has been released. Shout out to him, Manze, because people are out there, mourning the death of his brother.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole event going on, and the DCI had literally, you know, hid him. The DCI officers allegedly attempt to arrest activists at the city of Moshari during the postmortem. Wow, just wow. Just wow, it is so crazy. Shout out to these people. But let me share this video as you get to continue. Okay, there we go.
There's a new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world. They are the
Shout out to you, Simple Manjoni.
whom, frankly, we have failed, who are angry, who are organized, who are capable of difference. They are a moral army. And the most important thing that we can do for them is to get the hell out of their way.
Get the hell out of our way. Exactly what I don't know if you guys can hear the video loud and clear, but he's talking about the new generation.
I heard you. I hear.
Yeah, which is very well organized, which is an army. Like literally, that is what we're seeing, because this is something literally the whole world is talking about what is happening in Kenya. This is something that has never been seen. A peaceful whole demonstration that has put this is a large number. We were even discussing with Dimore before he started this show, and he was like, what if Raila tried to call his people? We were like, nah, bro, we didn't want Raila on this one. What part of Raila don't you understand? We didn't want Raila. This is people organizing this. And then he was like, nah, I'm trying to say, if Raila people were there, we would have gotten into the parliament easily. No, we didn't. The aim was not violent. The aim was to get our voices heard, you know.
Exactly.
And that is basically what has happened until the police officers opened and a firearm on the citizen who died yesterday, whom citizens right now are claiming and calling justice for. Next week on Thursday, literally, Kenyans are taking it to the streets to demonstrate about the justice of Rex. That is next week. Shout to Khadija Niko, nimekuwa nikikucheki sana. Shout to you, nice to see you. Reject the financial bill. Come on, karibu sana, nice to see you. But yeah, I saw people are right now, that is on Thursday, under the plans that have been planned. I think I've shared the video. I've shared the image on WhatsApp for those who have been able to see it. For those who are not WhatsApp, I'm going to read what is going to be happening for the next 7 days in the 254. And that is according to what the demonstrators have planned. The numbers of all the MPs who voted yes yesterday, all of them have been leaked out. So the citizens are making calls. And I remember one of the calls I've had, this lady was being told, pack your things and start leaving the office because we're coming for you. Start packing and leave because we're coming for you. Do not even dare think about vying for another seat in 2027. So one of the things that are going to happen for the next 7 days, and this is because we have courage. That is what they said. They're saying, despite our collective cry, reject financial bill 2024, the parliament gave Zakayo, who is Ruto, the right to do wrong to 54 million Kenyans. We reject the financial bill in its entirely. And despite our peaceful protest, police have responded with bullets, killing 2 of our own. Yes, it is confirmed too, because another person died today in the morning because of internal bleeding due to tear gas canister being thrown at them. Another lady here also, she has died because of if you have health problems, also stay at home, kindly. You've been urged and you've been talked to. If you know you have heart problems or you have any health problems, stick your ass at home. Let us fight for you those who we can. Okay? Don't take your breathing conditions over there. And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being honest. You know you have breathing conditions. You know you have asthma. Why would you rush yourself there, being honest? Why would you? But they're saying that two people being killed and maiming many others, and one person is in critical condition. We refuse to be silenced, so we are marching. And the action points number 1, that is today, which was happening after City Mortuary, which majority of the people you can see they were trying to be kidnapped. Attend Juma prayers at Jamia Mosque and give water to those living after the prayers. I don't know what that is all about, Juma prayers or Jamia Mosque. I think this is what is going on with the Muslims. But on tomorrow, the plan is at midnight, all the bars and clubs where the Gen Zs frequently will stop the music to listen to a national crescendo of Ruto must go and reject financial bill. That is tomorrow's party, what Kenyans are planning in all clubs. All clubs shall stop to chant at midnight, Ruto must go. On Sunday, there's the platform politician in church. The platform politicians in church do not allow any politicians who voted yes to speak in your churches. And that is very highly supported because these people are going to come to churches now after voting yes. They're like, oh, this is for your own best. So now I'm going to leave here 5 million so you can extend your church and expand the seats so we can have more congregants to pay the tax. Bullshit. Where is any church that we can see being taxed? Why can't we see churches being taxed? Pastor Nganga, Pastor Kanyari, all these people have been making. Pastor Mackenzie, Pastor Ezekiel has a multi-billion to do what dollar type of school funded by who? Who's giving you? Where is he getting that money? From you, the attendee, the church attendee, you the tithe giver, and your fake ass puppets type of politicians called whatever they are called. It is so crazy. And nobody is supposed to be going through this in Africa because of greedy people. The greedy people, because they are greedy. On a Monday, what is going to happen? They're going to make a courtesy call on MPs who voted yes at the constituency office. Tell them, endelea hivyo hivyo, which means continue doing like that. Then we shall boycott all the businesses of these people, which is already happening. The businesses have been boycotted, including the sport betting organizations we have here, which of course also consumes a lot of money from people. And they're also saying that orchestrate them for betraying 54 million Kenyans and start collecting signatures to recall them and impeach them. That is on Monday. On Tuesday next week, again, we shall go back to the streets, which we are thinking if we can go or not. Personally, I'm not sure. We were discussing with Demore. Personally, I'm not sure if I'm gonna run there. I don't want to really endanger my life, but shout out to everyone who's representing us. Being honest. But they're saying hashtag Occupy Parliament and the total shutdown Kenya, a national strike. The Gen Zs are granting all hard-working Kenyans a day off. Parents, keep your children at home in solidarity. On Wednesday, the 26th of June, Justice for Rex, that is the young man who has been killed at the age of 24, visits IPOA and the IG of police. Demanding justice for Rex. On Thursday, which is the last day of demonstration, they're saying that block main roads leading to Nairobi and occupy State House to witness Ruto sign our lives into slavery. So we're going to see what is going to be happening because this financial bill has been taken to the second reading, and we're going to see if they're going to vote, how the majority are going to vote, and what is going to happen. But on the next video I was to share, which is trying to explain, this young lady here explaining what this financial bill is all about. I want you to listen very carefully, and this is why people
All right.
are mad. We're talking about generational wealth, which cannot be passed from, especially amongst the black community.
From parents to the children.
And yet they're trying to take that generational wealth from those who have managed to actually even have it.
Land. Something that we're not talking about as much as we should, that is in the proposed bill. They want to change the terms of owning land from freehold to leasehold. What does that mean? Freehold means that the land is yours. You can do whatever it is that you please with it. And there's no given period of time. It's like the land, our ancestral land that our parents, grandparents, great parents have, and they pass on
Yeah,
from
they
generation
want
to
the white
generation.
people to be able to come and buy it up, lady. That's what the IMF is telling you. We want that land. So go ahead, Joby.
Mhm.
That to leasehold, which means that you are given the land for a
Amount of
particular
years.
period of time. For example, in Nigeria, it's 100 years. So if that happens, or when that happens, it means that yearly you have to pay a certain amount to the government or a service charge. And in some cases, both a yearly charge and a service charge. Tell me why our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents need to pay for land that has been in their family for the last 200 years, 300 years, 400 years. It doesn't make sense. You're taxing someone for something that they have had already. And for new landowners, it simply is not fair. It's not right. But what is the end goal? If the government is giving up the properties as leasehold, it means that after your given period of time, whether it's 100 years, the government can take the land after you're done with the lease. And who is influencing this? The IMF. Who are the IMF? Who are the IMF? sorry, the Westerners, yes, America. Land is very
Exactly.
important. Land is what makes Africa supreme. That is what makes Africa powerful. That is what makes Africa better than
It's
any other
it's
continent in the
it's that
world.
it's making the white people scam, having the white people come back in and steal the land.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what it is.
And because with land, you are able to produce your own food, whether it's for
Exactly.
domestic consumption, whether it's for export, whatever it is. And with land also comes with minerals, you know, with land also
Exactly.
comes oil. So if the government, and not the Kenyan government, of course, if the American government is able to grab all of our land like they did before, Ukoloni
Hmm.
reloaded. Literally, this is
Exactly.
Ukoloni reloaded.
Yeah, she says this is new colonialism reloaded.
If they're able to
Exactly.
do that, then it means that they will be able to control the economy 100%, 100%. Because the only reason why we're surviving is because we have food. And remember, they introduced the GMO thing.
Hmm.
We have fruits that don't have seeds.
That makes it fake
That is
food.
one. How do you
They're
have
not food.
fruits that do not have
And they're
seeds?
already there because I bought a orange that was on
Wow.
when on Monday or on Sunday. I bought an orange on Sunday and it had no seeds and I'm like, wait,
Then
hold
it
up.
then it's fake, yo. It's a fake
Yeah.
orange.
He has no seeds. I was like, what am I eating? But I really wanted an orange, so I'm like,
No. I've eaten some fake fruit too, Joby. I'm guilty too. So shit.
yeah, you know.
It means that
Yeah.
you have to go back to whoever, and that is the plan with farmers or for farmers. They need to be going
Exactly.
back to the government to be getting seed, getting
Seeds
seed
to
into
take.
seed
And that,
because
and it owns the
GMO.
seeds. The white people own them seeds, and they're GMO. But
Hmm.
understand, family, the creator of the universe. I'm gonna teach you this. You can change those seeds back to organic. God damn, everything they do, there's a way to counteract they wicked asses. But that's what they're trying to do. We're gonna put the information out how you because you go back to primal code. Everything has with them creating GMO, they just took the primal code out. You can take everything back to its primal code and make it organic. So you can still destroy their ass as they try to destroy us. We can take everything back to God, everything back to nature. We can take it. We just use magnetic fields and then take everything that's GMO back to primal code and become organic
Oh,
again.
guys, we are really getting freaked, freaked in the ass. We're really getting freaked in the ass because the
freaked in
land injustices,
freaked in the ass. Goddamn, go ahead, girl.
and in 100 years, nobody actually owns their land, and the government decides to own the land. No, reject finance bill, reject finance bill. You must reject the finance bill. There's so many other outrageous things in it, but this one, land is why we are thriving. Land is why Africa is Africa. We are able to produce our beautiful, beautiful fruits and vegetables. No, reject the finance bill.
Reject the finance bill. That is the hashtag. Anywhere you're going, as you walk, as you sleep, as you dream, reject the finance bill. God damn. What is this? What is this? This is literally us just giving our wealth to white people, because we have stupid leaders who are signing into fake money and fake papers, not understanding what they're signing. We reject this. You're gonna pay this goddamn shit yourself, Ruto, and your fellows. You're gonna pay for this. All these African puppets, you're gonna pay for this bullshit. We're not gonna do it. I refuse. Personally, I'm not even filing tax this year. We're not filing tax. That is whatever. We're not filing tax, and we've found a way how we can file tax without you knowing that we're not filing tax. Shout out to all the people on TikTok giving us all the information. You're not gonna charge us a goddamn dime for anything. Not for anything.
I know
Shout out
that's
to the
right.
Gen Z. You gotta pay for all this. What you talking about me? What? I'm leasing a land that I own. I've purchased. Do I have a title deed at this point or I don't? Because if I'm leasing it, so I don't even have a title deed. So it's not mine. To white people who came from a cave, we don't even know their existence, which is still trying to figure out who really created these motherfuckers. and pardon my French. No, we disagree. I
That's
disagree.
true.
I disagree. I say no. Okay, I say no. I say no. Personally, when my mom died, I really wished cancer really didn't take much out. All it did out of her, because one of the greatest things she really wanted to do is get a land for me and my brother. I remember that time actually when cancer started beating her up, she had saved some amount of money because she had gotten a piece of land somewhere with a very good affordable price. And we're like,
Yeah.
God damn, there's no way this is really going for this price. But it was really because people really bought land on that area like very quickly.
Okay.
Very, very quick. Like very quick. So when she died, I was like, I started following up and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any information about any land left somewhere? After 16, I was just 16. I'm like, you guys have any information about a land left somewhere? Because mom had plans to buy land, by the way. She really did. And she told me about this. Like, no, she spent all that money because she was close to the uncle who takes care of us.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, she didn't manage to use the money, of course, for the medicals and all that. But you can try see what African people and African parents are trying to do, which is so hard. And it's going to become way harder if this financial bill is passed, because we're just literally giving Kenya away to white people. That is what basically we're trying to do right here. But the hashtag is reject the finance bill. On the next video is about this guy who was shook about the Kenya and the financial bill that is being passed. So I just want to share what he had to say and what he thinks about our president, Ruto.
So let me get this straight. President Ruto of Kenya is now passing or has made a resolution for a new bill that will tax the citizens of Kenya up to 36% tax increase for the IMF. And on the day this bill was being read in Kenyan Congress, in Kenyan Parliament, members of the US Congress were in Kenyan Parliament when it was being read. This comes after President Ruto was given a White House dinner, a state dinner in the United States by Joe Biden. And the bill he's passing is for the IMF. And part of this bill will allow the IMF and basically corporations to take land from Kenyans in exchange for payment for the loan, for whatever loan they owe the IMF. So basically, the long story short is President Ruto went to the United States, got a State House dinner from Biden. Right after that, goes back home, puts in a bill that will tax Kenyan citizens up to 36%, or up to a 36% tax increase to pay IMF, which besides the increase, they also
make money for real land. Make money for real stuff. I told you, make money for real stuff.
Am I getting this right? Like, if this is what is going on, am I getting this right?
Yeah, that is what is going on, brother. You asked, that is what is happening. Yeah, you're not getting it wrong. That is Kenya. That is Ruto, a puppet, a whole puppet, a whole puppet. Okay, who is acting like a child because he has that type of mind. I don't know if there's a video, there's a picture I shared of him. I don't know. So people TikTok and the AI nowadays, there's so much you can't also know what is happening. But there's a picture of him going viral also on TikTok of him having 4 dots at the back of his head.
Back of his head. Yeah, is that a robot? And you got 3 different Rutos. Family, start looking at these pictures. Okay, there's a Ruto with different. You can tell they're not even the same people. So what are we looking at? What the hell's going on? There's like 3 or 4 different Bidens, 2 or 3 different fucking Obamas. When you put the pictures side by side, they're not the same fucking people. So what the fuck is going on? What are we looking at here?
And then we have Kenya, their iris.
And these are not conspiracy theories, because you can put side by side pictures of people. That's not the same fucking people. They're like lookalikes, clones. What the fuck is going on?
He's crazy. But on the last video of the day is coming from Babu Owino. Babu Owino is one of the people right now. The Gen Zs are chatting. He should stand for presidency in 2027. I don't really personally. I'm not going to support it because he's been in these political seats for a while. We've seen him now acting like an activist type of person. I don't know if because the current leader
Nope. Gotta be
him.
somebody from the grassroots. That's a no. That's just no for his ass. Go ahead, Joe.
Because it's a red flag for him because I'm not sure when is the year, but he shot a DJ at a club, one of the biggest clubs by
What?
far.
No. The answer is no.
He shot the DJ's, was it the ear or the hand? I'm not sure. Or I don't know. He shot the DJ's very dangerous. This guy cannot even function well. I don't know if it was on the head. I'm not sure where, but this case has never been discussed. This guy has been silenced. You know, he can't go back to his normal schedules anymore because he was shot. Just because the DJ didn't play his song that he requested. Just because.
And he should be president. Oh, that's a no. Sounds crazy.
You know, I think people are so quick to forget literally what Babu Owino also did, which is so wrong in Kenya. Babu Owino did try, literally. If this guy, he survived, but what if he died? We should call him a murderer, but of which he didn't kill, but he
Still got
shoot.
shot. Still got shot because I ain't playing nobody's jam. What the hell's going on?
So he talks about
I should have to lose my life, Joe, because I ain't play your jam. Okay.
man, because you're a politician and I should listen to you, you know. You
Right.
requested. Come on. We can take
Great.
away anytime. So here he talks about how Ruto does not have a good advisor and how the members of parliament are also advising him.
Nothing to do with the advisors. You know, they're all puppet. They're not getting advised wrong. They're being told what to do. See, it's all that scam. So no, you're out the window. He's also doing fake talk. It's nothing to do with the advisors. They've been told what to do by the IMF. It's nothing to do with what they've been advised by an advisor. The IMF is saying, this is what you're going to do. We want that land. We want you to make sure these people are taxed so they can't develop. And this is what we want passed. Nothing to do with no damn advisor.
So let me share this.
Our president, in fact, our president is the one who advises his advisors now to advise him. Okay? So what is happening in Bunge, which also has parliamentarians who are also advising the president, is that they put a blind eye. The other day we were treated
This is nigger babble. This is politics. This is politician babble. It's nonsense. What he's saying is absolutely idiotic. This is goofy nigger talk. Not saying, hey, the IMF has now got a gun to our heads. They're saying we're gonna pull the trigger if you don't pass these laws that benefit white people and us. No joke.
Yeah, so when I went through the comments of the majority of the people, most of the people I'm telling you, they're advocating him for presidency. They're saying, Babu,
they don't know enough. You gotta educate them, Joe. That's all you gotta do is educate them. They don't know what he's saying is babble talk.
And another one says, when the president dies, another election takes place. Sijasema tumuue. God, go my. That is too direct. Oh my. Sijasema tumuue. That means I didn't mean we kill him. You know, when the president dies, another election takes place. I didn't mean we kill him. That is a comment. Oh my God, people are crazy outside here. Another one says he looks actually very worried. Another one also says 2027 president. Another one says how God saw Malawi, may God see us today. You can say, yeah, Malawi for now, it has a good president. He was supposed to publicize his assets. Today in the morning, we woke up to one of the former MPs, if I'm not wrong, or former governor, who did let go some few funds he had stolen. He stole 2 billion from a county, but he has
in Malawi.
No, that is in Kenya today. In the morning, we woke up to one of the
they're getting scared. They're getting scared. That's right. That's right. They're gonna start auditing. They're gonna start auditing you Negroes about what's been stolen. So yeah, they're getting scared. You should be.
Mhm. But as we get
Eating
closer to winding up, the last conversation of the day today is about Namibia. Namibia has passed LGBTQ
Of
or
course
termed
they
it
of course
constitutional.
they of course they have because they got white people there who
Of
own all
course.
the land. Of course.
Mhm. In a
That's
landmark ruling, they
that's
said in a
that's
landmark ruling, sorry,
that's not surprising. Go ahead. I'm saying that's not surprising. I mean,
okay. Let's say in a landmark ruling for gay rights campaigners, laws banning same-sex acts between men have been ruled unconstitutional in Namibia. Convictions for the colonial era offenses of sodomy and unnatural sexual
yeah.
offenses
Sodomy.
were rare but fulfilled discriminations against men who lived in fear of arrest. No laws exist prohibiting sex between women in Namibia. Marrying someone is the same of the same sex is still illegal in the Southern African nation. But if a
Good.
same-sex couple weds abroad and one of them is not a Namibian citizen,
Oh, they come
they are
home,
usually
they can do it.
recognized.
Oh, it's a
They are usually,
slippery slope. It's a slippery slope trying to be slick. So if they're not in Namibia, if they get married outside of Namibia, they bring them there. They'll accept it, but they won't accept it being done then. You shouldn't accept it at all.
Mhm. Well,
It's a
it makes a whole lot of sense. That is the twin to South Africa. So come
yeah,
on, what's
yeah.
going
Of
on there?
course, the same. Exactly. They were exactly. Remember, South Africa controlled Namibia until Angola got them out of there. So yeah, of course. Wherever you got the Caucasian, you got all these laws they're trying to push down African people's throats. Till it's about civil rights. Sodomy is now a civil right. Sodomy. I get to practice sodomy. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be vulgar. We all know what sodomy is. That's what sodomy is called monkeypox.
Period. And that's
That's
what's
right.
going. Mm-hmm.
So
But anyway, shout out to Namibians that but they're about to get a lot of monkeypox.
that's right.
You
here comes
know.
here comes Joe because here comes Billy Gates with the vaccines for your monkeypox.
Nah, shout out to Billy Gates. There's a video I was to share about him. I don't know if I did cue it here. I don't think I
Right.
did. Let me see before we get to wind up. There's a
All
video of
right.
him. I queued here. People were questioning him educating Africans about agriculture, and that is what.
It's the GMOs educating Africans about agriculture and everything he's talking about is non-real. Like the lady say, what she say is a boo. What she say? We're fucked in the ass. What she say? What she say?
We freaked in the ass. We freaked in the ass, but I can't say it. I didn't save it. I saw it on TikTok, but it was a guy was telling Africans you can't allow Bill Gates if you are in that mindset of thinking it's a good man and is there to help you as an African person because he has this fake money, of billionaire
Exactly.
class, then you are
Exactly.
wrong. You are very, very wrong. But as we get to wind up, family, the last video of the day is this one. We spoke about Kenyans, Indians in Kenya, yeah, who are claiming to be Kenyans, and
Okay.
I made, of course, a comment that was on Wednesday on this same page right
Joey
here,
said it.
which I
Joey said they.
posted.
Joey said they came after her.
Yeah. So today I didn't even comment because I was like, I'm gonna comment again. They're gonna be like, the same page. They have posted this one where this lady is questioning about the white people who claim they're Kenyans and the Indians who claim they're Kenyans. Why didn't we see you guys on the streets?
I have a question. Where are the white Kenyans from the Reject the Finance bill
Exactly.
protests? Where are the Indian Kenyans? Aren't you guys a part of the country, or is it where we only see you through uns events? The fuck?
The fuck, like the fuck,
Uh-oh. Asking the real question. I told you exactly. Exactly. You know what they had, lady? They don't give a shit about you.
Kenyans from the Reject the Finance bill
Exactly.
protests? Where are the Indian Kenyans? Aren't you guys a part of the country, or is it where we only see you through uns events? The fuck?
Like, I like she has that South African accent. I like. No? Like they bake, you know. But anyway, family, we're wrapping it up.
She sounds Kenyan to me. She don't sound South African. But anyway, I'm saying that's right. So let her come after her for telling the truth again. You don't be scared to tell the truth. Somebody come at you, so what? Kick rocks, moron. So much love. Much love.
That is what you're trying to say.
That's right. Kick rocks. You don't mind somebody. Y'all get mad. I like when people come after me because I know I love it. I eat that up. They, man, because I break your back, get you about the paint, talk that stupid shit to me.
I'm waiting for notifications because I've left a bunch of comments, like, you know, like 10 pages. Like, I always comment and leave, but then I'll come find a lot of notifications, people attacking me, trolling me, or doing something. I don't know, this way are supporting me. And I'm like, God damn, okay, you all reacted. Okay, oh wow, all right, nice. Okay. Bye. Family, wrap it up here. This has been an amazing show. You guys have enjoyed. Shout out to the Simple Man, Johnny, John Mosquito. Everyone was there on TikTok.
Much love, family. I'll be on the I have 2 shows tomorrow. I mean, I'm on Saturday because I'm home. I'll be home Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be doing 2 shows Saturday night and Sunday night. Okay. So gotta be fired.
Big Cheese, if you're there, I hope you heard it.
I'll be there, so you won't be able to talk this shit. I'll be there, so.
Yeah, Byron Scott, hope you copy that. Shout out to also Roy, who's in the building. Hope you copy. Jiba Jabba, Jason, and Sunken One. Ikan Fire. Wandami Blackman, who asked the question. There you have it. So I bet he shall be giving you guys the time. If you are on WhatsApp tomorrow, kindly stay on the know and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, which of course sometimes YouTube will not bring it to you, but stay connected on the network too, because I believe.
And also, family, we got I got to show Joby how to do it. So it's good that we got the new internet coming in, because I'm gonna have to go get the Amazon. A lot of you guys got the Amazon Fire Stick. We're just on Roku and Android. I wanted to need Android for the rest of the world, for Kenya, the rest of Africa. They usually got Android TVs. So I will be showing Joby and me learn too how to set these shows up. Tape shows, because we're gonna have shows run on there on a 24-hour basis, because it's a whole channel on Roku and on Android TV. So I'll go back and see how much it costs for us to put ourselves on Amazon TV too. Now you guys got the Amazon TV. I never used the Amazon TV, so I'll see how much it's gonna cost me to put us on Amazon too. I'm not going to worry about Apple. You got Apple TV, you on your own. I don't give a shit. So I will go back. Huh?
You know, I'm telling them we're coming on their screens. They better get ready.
Yeah, you be on the big screens. So I got Joe go get the damn remote control, because they can monitor those shows on the Android TVs up in inside the studio. So much love, family.
Yeah, much love. See you guys not tomorrow, on Monday. Goddamn. Yeah, but I'm still gonna be here tomorrow, of course. But you guys shall not see me. But yeah, have an amazing day. See you guys on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend, a peaceful one. Try rest if you can. If you get the chance to, if your boss gives you an off, maybe. If you're not working 2 jobs, also.
That ain't happening. It's in America, Joe, but that ain't happening. Nobody getting no off day.
If you get the chance to, do so. Kindly rest. Eat healthy, drink water, sleep, rest is very important. You know, make it like me. Personally, tomorrow I'm stepping out in a while. It's been a minute. Oh my God, yeah. I'm going to town. That is me stepping out. That is me stepping out. I'm going to town.
I heard you guys were going out on Saturday night.
I'm not sure about that, Keith. I mean, I have a bunch of shit to do. Like financially, I don't think I really have time for that, to be honest. I have a bunch of things.
I know. Joey be helping her brother. That shit is expensive, Jack. I don't know.
For all that. So until I'm done, I'm okay. So much love. I'm okay partying at home or just having me.
I'm about to say, bring the part of your house. Everybody come hang out with you and chill. Oh, damn. Joey didn't want nobody in the space. I got you. Shit.
don't want people in my house. Not this time. No. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not invited anyone till I think in the next 2 years. I'm okay. I don't want people in my
God
house.
damn. God
Yeah,
damn.
I don't want anyone. I don't want anyone until I'm done furnishing that house very well. People can stay at their homes. Bye bye.
God damn.
Yeah. Unless it's my brother, I'm okay with that. The rest, nah. Duh.
Shit.
Peace.
Uh,
See you guys on Monday. Have a beautiful one.
what's love, family?